You ever stop and think about the power of just a single word or, a simple phrase, how it could completely reframe your entire day? Well, that's exactly what we're going to look at. How one tiny phrase can have this huge, profound impact on absolutely everything you do.
Okay, so let's be honest for a second. Think about your day. How much of it is just autopilot? I mean, from the moment that alarm clock goes off, so many of us just slip into this automatic mode, right? We're just going through a series of habits without even thinking about them.
It starts the literal second you wake up. Your eyes open, you roll over, it just happens. It's not like you're consciously commanding yourself to do it.
And then, what's next? For most of us, almost like a reflex, we grab our phone. And the scrolling begins. Emails, notifications, social media. It's just a habit we've all kind of fallen into. And it just keeps going. You get ready, hop in the car, turn the key. You could probably drive your entire commute and not remember a single turn you made. That is the definition of being on autopilot. But what if there was a way to interrupt that whole cycle? Well, there is. And believe it or not, it's found in one simple but incredibly powerful phrase. It's like a first word that can act as a switch, turning all those mindless habits into mindful, intentional actions. And that phrase is Bismillah. It's an Arabic phrase, and it translates really simply to "in the name of Allah" or "in the name of God." It's super short, it's easy to remember, but wow, the implications are just huge. What's so amazing about this whole concept is just how simple it is. The instruction from Islamic teachings is incredibly direct. Before you start anything, you just say Bismillah. It's not some long, complicated prayer, it's just a simple trigger.
So, where does this practice actually come from, and why is it considered so powerful? Well, it's all rooted in a teaching that's meant to bring a sense of the sacred into our everyday, normal lives.
Yeah, this is a specific teaching from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And the whole purpose is to actively invite God's blessing, what's known as barakah, which is this concept of divine grace and abundance, into everything we do, no matter how small or, mundane it seems. The spiritual logic here is just beautiful in its simplicity. So you start with the phrase Bismillah. That one simple act of remembrance is meant to invite a divine blessing. And that blessing, it elevates the action, transforming it from something totally ordinary into something sacred and meaningful. So beyond just the spiritual blessing, this practice is also a seriously powerful tool for shifting your own intention. It's a tiny habit that creates this crucial little pause, a moment of mindfulness right before you do anything.
I mean, think about how it applies. You're about to eat, you say it. You're starting your workday, you say it. You're about to get in the car for a trip. By saying Bismillah, you are consciously dedicating that action, and you're connecting it to a higher purpose. It literally applies to everything you do.
And when you start applying the simple phrase over and over, something really remarkable starts to happen. Your entire day begins to transform, shifting from just a series of unconscious habits into something way, way more profound.
This right here is where the transformation really happens. Before, you were just eating a meal. Now, with this one little intention, it becomes a blessed meal, something you're actually conscious of. A commute isn't just a drive anymore. It becomes a blessed journey, under divine protection. The action itself doesn't change, but its entire meaning and value are just completely transformed.
So here's the most important point. Without changing anything on the outside about your life, this one practice can reframe your entire day. Every single task, from answering an email to drinking a glass of water, can become an act of worship, an act of remembrance.
And this leads us to the ultimate benefit, which is this idea of multiplying the spiritual reward for your actions. It's all about getting more value out of the life you are already living. Every single time you remember to start with this intention, you're not just doing one thing, you're also performing an act of remembrance. So this tiny habit is basically layering a spiritual reward on top of all the things you already do throughout your day. It's amazing. And really, it all comes down to this essential truth. The power isn't just in, mechanically repeating the words. The power is unlocked when they are said sincerely, with a real, genuine intention to connect what you're doing to something greater than yourself. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What if taking back control from that daily autopilot we all get stuck in? What if it isn't about these massive, life-altering changes? What if it's all about starting with the smallest of words? What if that's where the biggest change really begins?